I remember back when I was still in school, sort of the age of 15, 16, 17, I'm 26 now. And I was just starting to go on a few dates with girls here and there. I didn't do very well with girls at all back when I was in school, but I had the occasional date. And I remember after every disappointment I'd have with a girl, usually they'd end badly, they'd either friends on me or reject me. Sometimes that stuff would come up in conversations that I would have back home with my mom. So I was raised by a single mother, and yeah, sometimes it would come up that yeah, I was seeing this girl, it didn't work out, and I remember her comments, and this might be something that you've experienced with your own mom, and when you're growing up, she would say something along the lines of, you're too good for them, and when the right girl comes along, she'll see the value in you, and then everything will be okay. And it wasn't said with bad intent. It wasn't said maliciously to mislead me, but you may have also realized this already for yourself. It kind of gives you the sense of entitlement and basically puts the blame on the girls who are not into you for not being into you. And it gives you a very easy out because your mother, like kind of this authority figure in your life, is telling you that no, it's not you, it's them. And the problem with that is it's very insidious, right? And again, I'm not saying our mothers are evil for saying this, but you have to realize that women are a very good mirror for us men. The better we are in terms of our status, looks, physique, charisma, money, social circle, the better they'll treat us. And if you're currently not getting the results and the treatment that you'd like from women, which if you're watching this channel, then you probably aren't, then you know that there's something that needs to be changed about you. So I'm not gonna fucking sugarcoat this video. I'm basically telling you that if you're not getting the results you want, it's your fault. It's not the girls not seeing your value. It's not society. It's not like it's no one. It's just you. Okay, so somebody needs to tell you this because if you didn't have a good father figure in the picture, like I didn't, you never had these conversations back home, and you've probably had a shitty dating life up until now. And I guarantee you, bro, because I've been through this. This is one of the primary reasons why it's been so shitty. So we're going to address this in this video. By the way, if you're also a young man who has been struggling with his dating life, and maybe you've been raised without a father figure, raised by a single mom like I have, I'm releasing a dating course which is going to go very in depth, end to end, into how you can actually become more attractive. How do you get more dates with more beautiful feminine women, women that you're actually into, and how do you run those dates and relationships effectively? So if that sounds like it's of interest, it's the cheapest the course is ever going to be. It's on pre-sale. Link is going to be in the description of this video. So how do you actually go about being more desirable to women, right? Like we've established that, okay, maybe there are some things that you have to improve about yourself before you can attract the quality of women that you actually want. And this is where society and school and the media is very fucking insidious. They will they've been trying to convince us that we should all be ourselves and just be natural, act natural, and then things will work out okay, and that it's like wrong to misrepresent who you are and to mislead people. And yeah, of course, it's not good to like lie and paint a fake picture of yourself. But these fucking like society and media, they don't have your best interests at heart. And if you kind of being yourself and acting natural means that you have a terrible dating life and you suffer because of it, and your ego as a man, and something that's like so central to being a man, to being a human being, is to have love and affection from the opposite sex, then I'm not, I have no interest in it. I don't know about you, but I refused that paradigm, that mentality. Like, I'm not going to sit here and have a life like devoid of girls and see all these girls I'm into go off with other guys who are more attractive than me. So I rejected that. And if you're watching this video, you're probably thinking, yeah, fuck yeah, I actually want like women in my life and I want to have a good time with them and maybe like have a girlfriend, wife down the line and children, and power to you. So if that's manipulative, then like I'm putting my hands up and saying, yeah, like this video is gonna teach you how to be manipulative. There you go. But how do you authentically like become the guy who gets the woman of his dreams? Because it's all well and good to pretend that you're someone you're not for the first couple of dates, but then as you get more serious with a girl and you see her for longer, it's going to be very tiring for you to keep up that front, and you're not going to feel like good faking it, right? So what I'm recommending is plain old self improvement. I'm telling you to get in the gym if you aren't already. Watch my previous video about why lifting weights has been so helpful for me, not just physically, like becoming physically more aesthetic to girls, but then also mentally, like how it's changed my confidence and the way I approach life, and the effect that that has on people, including women around me. Get in the gym, invest in some good clothes that fit you. It doesn't have to be anything expensive or fancy or branded. You don't need the fucking Louis Vuitton, the Ralph Lauren. Like those items can be nice, but if you have a good body and you have clothes that fit you well, then you're 99% of the way there. Like that's more than enough, trust me, in terms of fashion. Have interesting hobbies. Lead an interesting life. Like travel with your buddies. Go like skydive. Go learn a martial art. Become dangerous. Become like be adventurous. Like have multiple interests. Listen to podcasts about different things. Like learn about new shit in your life and pick up a skill. Not only is that going to be like make you more interesting and complex as a man, and that's very attractive to women, it's also going to make your life more enriching. You're going to have cool experiences, meet great people. You'll make money if you're picking up skills. You'll feel more confident if you do like a martial art. I've been training Muay Thai for the past 3 years. It feels absolutely amazing walking around knowing I can handle myself if the need ever arises. Do all of these things, and you will authentically become that better version of yourself, and you won't have to fake it. Okay, so hopefully I've convinced you that whatever lies your mother was telling you, that you're perfect the way you are, and the society was feeding you, saying you don't have to change, just be yourself. Hopefully I've dispelled all of that, and now you're convinced that okay, you need to actually take some action in your life and improve yourself. But you might say, well, this stuff's going to take months or even years, and I agree with you. Although to be fair, you will see a lot of these benefits within the first few months of doing something. Like if you've never lifted weights before and you lift weights consistently for 3 months and eat well, your body will visibly change, and so will your confidence. But let's say like you're telling me like, Bogdan, okay, fine, like I'll do all this stuff, but in the meantime I actually want some girls, right? I want to fuck some girls, I want to get some experience. Completely fair. So how do you achieve that whilst working on the long-term goals? Well, you focus on being more direct. You focus on being that guy who looks a girl in the eye and is able to say, let's go on a date, let's go for some coffee, let's get some drinks. Don't be the guy who asks, oh, will you go out on a date with me, maybe like sometime we can do something, like whenever you want. Like fuck that, okay? All this soy boy attitude. Like you're gonna propose to a girl, okay, like whether you meet her in class or on a dating app or in the gym, you say, hey, you're cute, my name is so and so, just wanted to say hello, let's get some drinks, are you free next weekend? Boom. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna definitely polarize some girls. Like you will get rejected. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you you won't be, but it's gonna develop a thick skin, and you'll get results way faster because you're actually being direct. You're taking charge. The girl will know right away, like, boom, this guy's like sexually interested in me. He's not playing this nice guy role, pretending to be a friend or some bullshit, because girls sense when you like them. So if you're trying to be indirect and say, oh, I don't want to scare her off, she'll just pick up on it and she'll just think you're weak, bro. So be direct with women, show your intentions, and you're gonna start getting dates way faster. Then, you're on the date. I've got a full guide on how you can run first dates effectively. Like it's a previous video, and also I go into much more detail in my course that I mentioned. But even then, you want to be like more direct. You want to be spontaneous. You want to tease her. You want to say, "Oh, let's go to this other venue," and you basically take her along with you. You want to be a leader and have a strong character. And this is something that you're probably not used to, being raised by a single mother, right? Like you've never been in a leadership role. Mommy's kind of told you what to do all of your life. And I know what that feeling is like. But the best way you overcome it is by doing it more and more. And so I'm telling you to go out and get more exposure to women. Ask them out directly, be a leader, on the date, in the relationship. Take charge, be flirtatious, show intent, and that's how you get more experience. So, one last time, don't believe the lies that your single mother's been feeding you, that you're perfect the way you are, or that society's been telling you to just be yourself, because it's not been serving you and it's not going to serve you in the future if you carry on down that path. So keep grinding, keep working on yourself. And once again, if you're interested in the course, the pre-sale is going to be linked in the description. I'll see you in the next video.